Hello YouTube! Today we're going to be doing some more account reviews. Today is right now for us here at Twitch the first Tuesday of the month, which is when you guys can all submit your accounts to get reviewed by me for free. If you're an Android user, you have to tune into the stream to make that happen, so make sure you put the next month, which it's August now, so it'll be September, first Tuesday in September. Make sure you show up on Twitch, guys, like all these folks have done here, to come and see what's happening. And if your account gets specially picked, good for you. We're going to be starting things with TixClap. Now, this is TixClap's free-to-play account. I'm very excited to go check it out. So here we go. Let's see what we're rocking. Level 104, free-to-play. Okay, at this point, I would expect an E5 hero. Absolutely. There should be no excuse for not having an E5 hero by level 104, especially considering Anniversary lines up with your account. And Anniversary gave us so much gas. You guys saw how quickly Barry was able to make an E5. Way less than level 100 by the time he managed to do that as a free-to-play player over Anniversary. So let's go see if TixClap has managed it. No! What happened? TixClap, my man. E1 Amun-Ra. She's not even a good first E5, my dude. What's going on? What happened? Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at all these 5-star heroes, man. What's going on? Right, Shadow Faction. Let's go look at this. We got a 9-star Dominator. That could be an E2 Amun-Ra. That's cool. So, we probably making him 10-star, I guess, because we need one more copy of him. Then we can 10-star him. You know, that's fine. 10-star Dominator, you're holding him, you're saving him. That's good. How are we doing for puppets? How are we doing on the Glory Challenge? Oh, boys. What? E3? A fortress or forest hero? We're getting to E3. Oh, of course. So you must have made a 10-star in the forest faction. Of course, my bad, my bad. I assumed it was completed, but it wasn't. That's not how it works. Yeah. So, we have a 10-star hero you made in the forest faction. That's got to be Garuda, right? And then you swapped for Amun-Ra. Oh, that's what happened, guys. You've even got the Amun-Ra copies. Oh, bro. That's so unfortunate, because now we haven't got this progress here. Oh, poop. Okay, but we do have progress for making a forest hero. That's fine. So we do get a forest stuff. So what are our forest puppets looking like? Oh, we've got them still? Dude, you can make loads of food in the forest faction. That's totally a thing. Okay. So what we want to do here is we just want to push, right? You've got the Amun-Ra copies. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's E2, E4, and E5. We're totally there. We're totally there. You don't even need an Amun-Ra copy for E3, which is why I didn't even say it then. So what we want to do is we want a 10-star Dominator. And then, boom, E5 Amun-Ra. But I have no idea what an E5 Amun-Ra is going to do. You're going to go send her into the void? What does she do? Cough on them? Like, how does Amun-Ra deal damage apart from health swapping? Not health swapping, sorry, healing curse. Man, that's tough. That's real tough. She's a support hero. So, lesson to you guys at home, never, ever, ever build a support hero as your first E5, no matter how good the reviews are. You're never going to kill anyone with an Ignis, right? Who's she going to feed energy to? Who's she going to heal? No one. Who's Amun-Ra going to protect with her bubbles except for just herself? It's not a good strat, unfortunately. It's going to be difficult. Now, maybe, just maybe, you've got crit here. A crit damage Amun-Ra could be Pog. Who knows? One thing you need to know about Amun-Ra is she's a priest, and therefore you do get nice added crit. The crit given to priests is pretty high. We've got 20% crit here, so there is some nice stuff. We've got block, we've got crit. We don't have crit damage because we're not an assassin, but I just don't think that Amun-Ra is going to do very good. So, I think still E5 Amun-Ra, right? You've committed to the path. Keep going down the path. The only issue that I see this account reaching is that you won't have a 10-star in the Dark Faction, so when you do E5 Amun-Ra, you won't get the 9-star puppet. And this is something so unique to people that swapped their hero during Anniversary, because no one else is going to experience that. Because even if you do build an E5, because you haven't done the prior tasks, because you don't even have a 9-star Dark Hero because, oh my goodness, you swapped? You swapped for the carry? So we lost food progress because you went for carry. Oh, bro. Bro. It doesn't matter if he 10 stars the carry. He didn't 9-star it. He swapped into carry. Oh, no. So that means we don't get that progress either. There's no tick next to it, guys. I fell for this too with the E3. Oh, that's so difficult. And we can't build anyone in the light faction. Oh, no. This is what happened in an alternate reality on the VIP series. If you remember, we did everything in our power to avoid this from happening. If you go back and watch the first few episodes of the VIP series, you will see that we had to make Drake to 8-star and swap into the 8-star version because we knew we'd have to build him to 9-star to begin this chain of events where we get 6-star Dark Puppets, where we get the extra Drake copy, and then we get the copy of the 9-star dummy for E5ing him. Because that 9-star dummy really helps with building our second hero, but that's a benefit you're not going to get from E5ing this Amun-Ra, so you are missing out on potential food and resources. And also, we've lost a potential 9-star that would have helped your progression early game by you swapping into the carry. That pains me, man. That really pains me, Tixclap, and there is nothing I can do to help you. There is no solution to this problem. It is just a hole you've dug for yourself during Anniversary, of which there is little to no solution until you finally get round to building a 9-star in either the light faction or the dark faction. And when you do that, sure, we'll be great. We'll be away and we'll be fine. But it just means you are going to be delayed on when you get these really nice rewards. You're not going to get that Drake copy right away. You're not going to get that 9-star dummy right away. And it's going to be a little painful. But once you do finally get over those hurdles, once you do finally build E5 Amun-Ra, we'll be okay. The only issue, though, is Amun-Ra doesn't do very well in Seal Land. I don't know how she's holding up in Aspen Dungeon, but I don't imagine she's that good there either. Look, difficult 32? You know what, that's actually not that bad for an E1. Let me know how she does as E5 in Aspen Dungeon. I'd be very curious to see. Because she may end up being really, really good. We don't know. She heals, so that could be good. Healing Curse might be really strong, especially against healer waves. We don't know. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. And you're saying the solution is to regress Amun-Ra? Absolutely not. That would be an absolute waste of food. Totally not do that. Do not do that. So, really, it's just going to be a grind, Tixclap. You're just going to have to go ahead, build E5 Amun-Ra, deal with her subpar performance in the Void and in Seal Land, and eventually just aim to get someone powerful, right? Whether it's Penny. To be fair, Penny's really a shout now that Inosuke's been hit. I still haven't been able to confirm whether Inosuke can do Seal Land yet. That will be something we're going to do on the VIP series as well, when I do build my E5 Inosuke in a couple of weeks' time. So, for now, I'm still going to totally recommend Penny. The Abyss faction, you got Waldeck, but you don't have any copies. Forest, you fed away your Garudas, I'm assuming, so we don't have any copies of her lying around. We got 3, so it could be Garuda. That's nice. And what about Shadow? Okay, we got Ithaca, we got Tix, and we got another Ithaca copy here. It may end up being Ithaca. But again, that's totally fine. It's going to be difficult, though. It's going to be very, very, very hard. But I hope that you'll eventually get there. Now, funnily enough, I don't know if this account is going to be something that a lot of people will be able to reflect on, unless they do bring another hero swap event, which I imagine they will. So just heed this warning to any people that are planning on starting a new account when there is a hero swap event. Do not do this. Do not swap straight into a 9-star or straight into a 10-star, because you will miss progress. Even though you make progress on this tree, you're not completing it. And because we haven't made an E3 in the Forest faction, we haven't made an E5, we're going to get stung. So just be very, very careful when making progress, guys, because it is very, very easy to put yourself into this gap and miss the opportunity to get yourself an E5. Same thing happens, actually, if they do it with any faction. It doesn't matter whether it's light or dark. If you go ahead and swap a Shadow hero into a Forest hero, you've made progress in Shadow, and maybe you don't have a 9-star. But that's a lot easier to fix, because it's a lot easier to get copies of those heroes, whereas getting light and dark heroes to 9-star and 10-star is really tricky, because getting food is hard. But there you go, folks. That's Tixclap's account. Best of luck to you, buddy. All right, then. Let's go check out the next account and see what we're in for. Here we are now with Tamisman on a level 122 account. Now, this is free to play as well. So let's go take a look at what we're dealing with. We have E5 Inosuke, level 345. Okay, so you have made it to death. That's good. I would expect that with the E5 ticks we have here as well. Good to see. He's running Echo of Death, so no Punisher of Immortal on here. And we have an Echo of Death on Inosuke as well. I don't know if that's helping. I think it's just the attack component that's beneficial here. Although you're still running him with attack, and we have full resonance gear, which is nice. Tix is running 6-star gear, attack, holy damage with the Echo of Death. That's fine. So yeah, that's a pretty solid setup for Aspen Dungeon, actually. It's a very minimal setup. You may struggle, though, if he doesn't have imprints, and if we don't have the Punisher of Immortal. That said, though, I think with imprints, you may be able to do it with just a basic Kiss of Ghost, or maybe even an Echo of Death. Let me know if that's been done in the comment section down below, if you've ever managed to do it with Echo of Death. Most of us do just do it with Punisher of Immortals, but Echo of Death's pretty cool, if you can make that happen. It's a real struggle. Absolute struggle, though. But yeah, how are we doing on the old Compass of Transcendence? Let's have a look here. Okay, we're on 1 million. That's not bad. And how are we doing on imprints? Either of these heroes imprinted? Nope. Let's go check the imprint tree. Okay, we have some imprints on there, and whoa, dude. 1.1 million. You need to put some 10-star foods into these guys. Get them imprinted. Now, this is the problem with this account. We've built way too wide. We have 9-star Carrie. We have 10-star Fiona, 9-star Ignis, 9-star Sherlock, 9-star Deathsworn, and a 6-star Inosuke. I can only assume you were planning on using for Inosuke cheese, and then you got absolutely screwed over because of the new update. But even then, I don't think you have a Magic Stone Sword. I can't see one lying around. Not that it's jumping out to me. Nope. I mean, you'd probably go for Punisher of Immortal before Magic Stone Sword. So again, makes sense. But yeah, looking at this, dude, you've put in a lot of resources. Now, I don't mind the carry. I'll level with you. Carry's good. Carry is solid. And you probably even swapped into this carry during the anniversary event. No, it looks like you built it from scratch, actually, because it came up here as a 9-star hero. Amazing. So that's good. That's a good use of dark food. Building a 9-star carry. That isn't a problem, because using your food in the light and dark factions to build a hero you want to build is a great decision, because it's not wasted. That food isn't going anywhere, right? It's not as if you're going to feed a light or dark hero to anybody else, so that's fine. The only thing I'm concerned about here is the lack of carry copies. We don't have many. So if you don't get any more carries and you just get 1 million Drakes now, you are going to kick yourself for building that carry. I don't really like building a hero in the light and dark factions unless I guarantee I'm going to get copies of them. And we don't even have a light and dark chests in the bag. So yeah, it's going to be tough. But you know what? A 9-star carry, it's fine nonetheless. Now, if we look through, Ignis. Sheesh. Okay, that's, it's fine, and it supports Tix very nicely, but it's not going to do much for you. If only for the reason that I'd rather use this as food, because look at your boy Russell here. Russell wants to be built, and we have a skin for him. Awesome. He is E2. What is the artifact we have on him? We have the Black Sword. Attack precision, it's not great, but obviously you're going to need to build that up. But okay, dust is very low for you, and so is gold, so I'm totally understanding why Russell is only running that stone. But the one thing I'm really worried about is that you are just building way too wide. Because if Ignis had eaten Sherlock, we'd have a 10-star Ignis, if she was a fodder hero, that you could then feed to the Russell. He'd be E3. We've then got this Deathsworn here. Do we have any food just lying around in the bag? Yeah, a 9-star puppet there. So you could totally have E4 Russell, if you had the Russell copies, that is. Do we have the Russell copies? No. Oh, okay, that's what's happened here. I reckon you've got stuck. I think what's happened with this account is we've built the E5 Inosuke, we've built Tix, and you thought you would go ahead and build Russell. And I think what happened here is you got stung because you tried to build Russell, but then you didn't have the copies, and now you've been forced to build wide because you're just waiting for Russell copies, and you're just grinding and collecting food in the meantime because you're determined to E5 Russell. Now that's okay. I understand that. But I would have built 10-star heroes and imprinted Tix and a Inosuke. That's what I would have done. I wouldn't have built Ignis. I wouldn't have built the Sherlock. I would have focused on imprints. Because if you look, you have 1.1 million of these Stellar Shards. And this is a thing I see a lot of people do all the time. Is they focus on building more heroes and they don't focus on imprints. And what you have to do then is just go, right? Just make stuff. And you're right, E3 doesn't require a copy, so Russell could actually be E3 right now. Exactly the same reason. We need a 10-star hero. So what I'm guessing here is you've just never had the patience to save 5 copies of a hero to build a 10-star. Like, look at this. We don't even have it right now. There is no one in here that you have 5 copies of. Okay, so there's another take-home. Save 5 copies of a hero so that you can build them to 10-star. Any hero that can be made 10-star. If you're unsure who can be made to 10-star, this button right here, I'm circling my mouse around it, right on the bottom of the list, will show you every hero in each faction that has a 10-star form. Use that list to inform yourself who you should be saving copies of so that you know that you have the spare copies of them. We did it on the free-to-play series. We did it on the VIP series. And when I didn't do it on the free-to-play series, I really punished myself by having to overextend to make sure that I could. So it is really, really important, especially as a free-to-play player, that you try and always keep 5 copies of someone in each faction so that you can plan ahead and build them to 10-star. Now, here's another question. How many of our factions have we actually built 10 stars in? Okay, that's not bad. We've built a Shadow, we've built Abyss, we've built Fortress, and we've done Forest. So you've done that. That's good. And in fact, we've even unlocked the E3s here, obviously because we built a Nosuke and we built Tix. So that's really good. You've been smart there. So probably what we want to do now is, after you've got yourself E3 Russell, you've pushed ahead, E5 Russell, great. That's your light done. And then we probably want to look at doing Shadow and then Abyss. Now for Abyss, you're building a Nosuke, you've got Russell, you probably want another Ranger there so they can benefit from the same guild tech. It's probably going to be Waldeck. He's going to be in Prophet Orbs next month, so that's absolutely fine for you. Or even this month now, it's August. Yeah, this month he's going to be in Prophet Orbs. Sweet. And then after that, we're going to want to go for a Fortress hero. No, we've got a Fortress hero. Forest hero, that's the one we want. Probably Rogan? Garuda? Doesn't really matter. Just a Forest hero would be nice. Oh no! You guys are right. Good spot. Ah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing over and over again. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Okay. We need to 10-star that carry. Because then you'll unlock the next levels and you'll get your Drake copy and you'll get your 9-star puppet. For free-to-play players, this really sucks. Oh man, Anniversary really hurts some accounts, for sure. For sure, chat. Absolutely for sure. And it's painful, because the thing is, we couldn't warn you about this. The Glory Challenge, there aren't a lot of videos discussing this, because the Glory Challenge only came out a couple of months ago, right? It's new. The Glory Challenge only came out in around May time. So a lot of us that have watched a lot of my older videos, a lot of my older content, if YouTube's recommending that to you, you didn't know about this. So there was no history as we went into Anniversary. And I warned people, I showed you on the VIP series what I did. But unfortunately, it's just ended up with a lot of people probably copying other content creators out there that probably just made a 10-star and just swapped them straight out and being like, yep, I'm going to do that too. But what it's ended up doing is really stinging their Glory progress. Is it a problem? Yeah, a little bit. If you committed during Anniversary that you were going to swap to Russell, you should have probably swapped other 5-star heroes to Russell copies as well. Because now you don't have the Russell copies. You have no way of making an E5. And if you made Russell during that Anniversary event, you really should have swapped other heroes to get you those spare Russells. So now you're just waiting. It is a waiting game to get 2 more Russell copies, and I know the temptation will be there to go to the Glorious Boost or the Glorious Relics and go ahead and buy yourself a copy of Russell for 80. It is tempting. You have 260. It's what a lot of us used to do before the Glorious Boost was an event. Now, it's way better to pick up artifacts. Guaranteed. But it is a very tempting thing to do, guys. And I really am going to advise against it. So if you're there at home, or if you are Talisman right now, don't do that. Just accept it, and just pick up the copies of Russell as and when you can get them. And yes, sir has said there is a Russell available in the guild store. Perhaps you can go across and... Nope, he's not. It's Tara. It's Carrie that's available in the guild store. And is it really worth saving up all that Solidus? Maybe. But you can't get Russell from here, sadly. He's not available. So, Yeah, it's Tara. It's Tara and Carrie. So what we end up with here is a sad grind, is all I can really refer to it as. Where we're going to have to wait and get Russell copies, and what I want you to do, Talisman, I want you to build some 10 stars, and I want you to start imprinting this Tix and this Inosuke, because they're really going to benefit from it. And also save up your resources so that when a big event comes along, you can double down and you can get yourself an artifact. So save those profit orbs, save those scrolls, because eventually they will give an artifact and you'll be able to get some really nice stuff. I'm glad I was able to help. If you do have any further questions, message me on Discord or something, and I'll try and get back. I'm not very good at replying to messages, though, because the Discord inbox gets absolutely slammed by people signing up for things, so Discord is not a good place to get in touch. But yeah, you need some help in Tower, maybe? Okay, let me go take a look at the Tower of Oblivion where we stuck. It's a Mim wave. Okay, now this is going to come up multiple times today, so I'm going to mention it now and also later. To clear this wave, the best trick you can do is a Tix. Tix with multiple Michelles, so that when the Tix dies, the Michelles will hang in there, and then Tix will die, and then trigger stuff. So Sleepless and Michelle are able to do that, because they're able to stay alive and hang in there. So if you want to get a team of Michelles, or Michelles and Sleeplesses, you can send them in, they're alive, and then Tix will do all the damage. That's what we want imprints for, right? Imprint that Tix, so that we can get Tix to do the damage at the end of the round, and eventually, hopefully, annihilate all the Mims. It's tricky, but it works. And it'll get easier if you have imprints on that Tix. So yeah, good luck to you, buddy. And I hope it goes well. Next, we have someone who's VIP 5. As I have said before, and I will say again, it seems the only accounts I review are either free-to-play or VIP 5. But either way, let's go take a look at what's in store for this one. And from what we know about level 200 VIP 5 accounts, it's probably a little scuffed. Like, level 200, man, you should have quite an established account by this point. No. Okay, first things first, Bear Gamer here definitely took a break. There is no way that this is from logging in daily. Also, you have built wide, my friend, very wide. We have E5 Horus, we have E4 Garuda, E2 Penny, then look at these 10 stars. 10-star Heart Watcher, 10-star Seer, 10-star Tix. My guess is this account was relevant back in 2019 when Garuda and Penny and Horus were fairly useful, and you probably took a break. Whether it was a year, I don't know. But then again, you have to be logging in quite a lot to get to 209 anyway. Because, actually, 209 requires you to log in and claim your XP. We got a 9-star Russell, but no other Russell copies. That's a little alarming. Oh, no, we have 2 Russell copies there, so that's fine. So we can totally 10-star Russell. That's good. But the only issue is you've already got a bunch of 10 stars. You need to double down. We need to focus. So, I think you can feed Seer. It feels uncomfortable to say. You might actually want to build yourself a Sword Flash. But I think you can totally feed her. Now, you've said you log in daily. However, you're not concerned about the PvP meta. However, I've got the Seer for Sword Flash, Tix for Burst Waves in Aspen, and Horus for failing Sealand 20 runs. Whoa. Where's your baby Tixes, man? Ah, we don't have baby Tixes. Okay, the way to do this, we need imprints, man. How's the imprints on your Horus looking? Where's your imprint map at? Oh, man, we see this all the time. So many people that have loads of imprints, but just haven't bothered to feed the 10-star in. That's crazy. So we've got all this food. We've got a 6-star Eloise. We've got a 6-star Ithaca. We've got a 7-star Deathsworn. Man, everything's all over the place here. So it's the same as I often say. You've built very wide. All these heroes that are made to 6-star are potential heroes that could have been used as food. 4 or 5 stars can go a long way. Right? Every little helps. So, I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. Now, you said you want to make Sword Flash, so we have to keep Seer around. At this point, we probably do want to keep Heart Watcher around because the account isn't that established in PvE. We don't really have an Ithaca, so we do need to keep Heart Watcher to allow your team to deal big damage and to clear broken spaces. We got Russell here. Again, I mentioned he's 9-star. It feels really wonky that you started building him, but 9-star is good. As I said earlier, if you're building a light and dark hero, taking them to 9-star is fine, because you're not going to use that light food for anything else. So, Russell 9-star is totally okay. Just don't go building him to 10-star until we decide on where else we're going. We're going to need Garuda finish, man. We're going to need to get her to E5. The same with Penny. You're going to need more 10 stars for E3, E4, and E5 there. So it's a shame the E2 Penny could have been food to get E5 Garuda and also stick some imprints on either Horus or Garuda. And I feel like, are we stuck with Penny because we don't have copies? Yeah, no Penny copies. We've even got a 9-star puppet right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How many puppets have we got? We got a 9-star puppet here. We got 6-star puppets there. We got a bunch of 5-star puppets that you get from the chapter quests. Man, we got a lot of stuff here. We got a Ithaca down there as well. Unimax, double Ignis. Penny? Yeah, we got a Penny. So we could have E4 Penny right now. We're only 1 penny short. Bro, how's Garuda looking? Did we have spare Garuda copies? Yes, we totally do. So we could have E5 Garuda right now. This Valkyrie. Valkyrie's food, man. Feed this Valkyrie. Do you have a 6-star forest puppet? No, but we can make one. We absolutely can make one. We got Dragon Slayer. We've got a bunch of 4 stars. Loads of 4 stars, in fact. Fuse these 4 stars. Build yourself someone crap as a 6-star. And then make Valkyrie 10-star. Feed the Valkyrie. Either as imprint or to E3 a hero. We can totally use that Valkyrie as food. Great. And that's going to compress your fodder, which makes the account look a lot less wide. That said, Sword Flash here, or Sia, as she is right now, she could have been food, man. She totally could have been food. You had no idea what you were doing? Yeah, I mean, it's intuitive to go ahead and build multiple heroes. You think that because it's easier to build multiple heroes, you're going to make more progress, and that's very true. But the sheer performance of 1 E5, because you get Unbending Will, and you get all that extra damage, and you get all those extra stats, and you get that bonus levels, because you've cleared the levels in Aspen Dungeon, it's going to push your heroes ahead, and having E5s is just really good as well for the Seal Land, because you get more fodder. And Rowan's saying imprint first. You can always regress them for progress. Totally, totally. We can totally go for imprints. Push them on the heroes. Try and get Seal Land cleared. And then when you finish with the imprints, all you have to do is press this button right here. 500 gems, you get all your imprints and all the 10 stars used back. So there's no problem. However, if you do go ahead and feed things into the Garuda, into the Penny, you'll never get them back either. So we're going to have to be balancing on a tightrope of making progress and building E5s, but also imprinting heroes at the same time. And I always love to use imprints and progress as a baseline for clearing Seal Land, if that makes sense. So we want Seal Land done, and therefore that's how much you should try and imprint a hero, just so that they're able to do Seal Land. Honestly, you should probably have 3 10 stars floating around. A Void 3 hero is more than enough to do a lot of Seal Lands. In fact, a Void 2 hero with a little bit extra on is often enough as well if your pet is maxed leveled. So let's go have a look. Is your pet max leveled? Yeah, we got a pet max leveled right here. We got this Phoenix. Totally max across the board. Beautiful. So yeah, it should be no problem for you to do Seal Land. I assume your guild tech is exactly the same. Let's go to the territory. Let's check the tech. And Warrior, yeah, we are stacked on Warrior. Nice. We got our Anti-Mage, we got our Anti-Ranger, we got our Anti-Priest. Yeah, sick. So what we want to do is we want to imprint Horus. And then Horus will be able to clear the Seal Land with his imprints. So get that Valkyrie built, get it to 10-star, feed it to Horus, and let's see how far that Horus can go. So yeah, I think you're okay. I don't think it's too terrible that you've got Heartwatcher ticks and you've got yourself Sia here. I think the only issue is the conflict between the E4 Garuda and the E2 Penny. It would have been much nicer to have had one of them at E5 and then use the other fodder just to go ahead and start imprinting heroes. So I think it can be rectified fairly easily. I think building up your Horus, building up your Garuda, building up your Penny, they're all going to be great things. And in fact, you may get to a point where you think, actually, you know what? I'll regress this Tix, and then I will replace Horus with Tix. So I wouldn't take Tix any further than 10-star. I would try and get 4 more copies of Tix. First of all, use those baby Tixes in the Seal Land. They will help you out massively. But then, after that, I reckon you could actually regress Tix and then just swap Horus for Tix. That may be a very, very good strategy. Because we've already got the high stone on here, and Horus you're eventually going to want to regress anyway. So by doing that, we're getting 9-star dummies back, which we can use as food for other heroes, and we're not wasting having a Horus around. So after Horus is done, right, with Seal Land 20 and Shadow, he's pretty much useless. So swapping a Tix in there is brilliant, and then an E5 Tix is going to help you in the Tower of Oblivion. Like, Tix is nuts. So you'll be able to clear this wave, 606, and then you'll be able to clear 607 by using the trick we mentioned earlier with Michelle's Sleeplesses and Tix. So you are on the path to actually have a very, very solid account. You just need to tighten things up a little bit. And we have a lot of food here. We got that 9-star Balrog, we got that 9-star Zekis, we got 9-star Valkyrie, who's potentially going to become 10-star. You may even do the same thing with Balrog if we get 2 more Balrog copies. In fact, I'd recommend it. Zekis, on the other hand, cannot be made to 10-star, so totally feed Zekis to Valkyrie. 10-star that Valkyrie, feed her off. You don't need her. And a Horus can clear min waves. That is true, actually. An imprinted Horus could totally clear min waves. So, in fact, you might just want to keep this Horus around, get your Tower of Oblivion done, and then swap the ticks to the Horus. That might be the thing as well. So, yeah, that sounds like it's going to be really, really good. So, fingers crossed, Gamer Bear, that's all sunk in, that advice has sat with you. The 10-star in that Valkyrie is something you're prepared to do so we can make progress and we can move forwards. And just be sure to not go building anybody else, right? Go finish the Penny, finish the Garuda, and then pop off. Because really, Garuda plus Horus is quite nice because they both benefit from warrior tech. So after you're finished imprinting the Horus and maybe getting him to imprint level 2, you can then focus on imprinting the Garuda and doing exactly the same thing but in Forest Seal Land. An imprinted Garuda is going to be absolutely amazing. She's going to be pushing things and making you loads of progress, but that's after you've cleared Seal Land and Shadow. You want to do your Seal Lands one at a time. And we're so close. Look, we're on Seal Land 20. Literally, it's right here. So whatever tactics you do and whatever you're trying, it's working. We're just going to need some more imprints on Horus. And also, one thing you might want to bear in mind is when you've imprinted Horus, it should be fairly easy for Horus to gun through Aspen Dungeons. So make sure you're pushing with Horus. Keep trying and trying. You're at Hell 1. E5 Horus should totally be able to do this, right? You should be able to send them in. Do it yourself. I don't want to do it for you, man. But I could totally sit here all day and I could just send in my Horus and just kill. Look, we just killed 4 Faith Blades. How's Horus' damage? He took hardly anything. Get in here, man. Go do your Seal Land, dude. Go do your Aspen Dungeons and go make sure it's all fantastic. So best of luck to you, buddy. I think you're totally going to pop off. And in a few months' time, your account is going to look really, really clean. But for now, let's go check out the final account. Our final account for today belongs to Galabar. It is VIP 6 and very, very old. So if anything, this could show you guys what a very, very light spender, because VIP 6 isn't that much if you consider it's across over 3 years. This is server 3. Let me show you what it looks like. We have a whole soiree. I don't even know if that's the correct word to use. Let me know in the comment section if I have used that word right. You know what? I'm going to check. The soiree is a party or reception held in the evening. You know what? Cool. There's a whole party of E5s going on here, guys. Whoop, whoop. And yeah, it looks pretty clean. We have a lot of them with imprints. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of them with imprints, which is really, really good when you consider progress in the Void Arc, because imprints make progress. There are 15 of them in total, and the more imprints you have, the more resources you'll get from the Void Arc, which means you can move on forwards. As well, I imagine if he wanted to, he would totally imprint this Heart Watcher, but sadly, Heart Watcher cannot be imprinted. Everyone else can, though, so I guess you're just trying to make up for lost ground and imprint whoever you can. Let's take a look at this Ignis, for example. Do we have enough imprints to push her forwards? Oh, we don't. So look how optimal that is. 52,000. Very, very clean. I imagine maybe a little bit extra has been placed on someone like Tix. Nope. Where is it? Is it Halora? Yeah, it is. There we go. Halora has a little extension on herself. That's fine. That's totally cool. I imagine you could maybe get a hero to Void too with whatever those resources were and use this Honor Guard or this Emily down here. But you know what? No, this account looks really, really good. We've got a very, very solid Void 4 Ithaca, so you've been quite clever that you're like, right, I want this one Void 4, the rest of them I'm going to go with Void 2s and 1s. The Void 4 Ithaca obviously is really going to help you in the Void Arc. So a lot of you might be scratching your heads and thinking, why are we looking at this account? What's up with it? Well, I do like to end these videos by showing you an account that is a shining example of what you should look like. Because I'll level with you. This account is phenomenal. It's really good. It's very, very clean. But it is stuck in the Tower of Oblivion in a mim wave, which is horrendous. Why are you stuck in a mim wave with this many heroes? Well, guys, the solution is simple. We mentioned it earlier, and you can do it right here. You've got Michelles. So we need to use a bunch of Michelles alongside ticks, and you should be able to clear it just fine. So if you're finding that your ticks is struggling. There are some folks in chat that have said you might need to get him up to be Void 4 even. So what you could do is you could go ahead and just, you know, momentarily yoink the imprints off Ithaca, stick him on ticks, then yoink him off ticks again, and rebuild Ithaca, rebuild ticks. That's going to cost you 1,000 gems to do, but it should clear the Tower of Oblivion. I think a Void 4 ticks should definitely be able to do that. Void 3 is enough, says Glenny Boy. Well, Void 4 is definitely overkill. That'll be totally fine. So yeah, I would Void 4 the ticks, get him up, do it, and be done with it. And you got the Michelles here as well. They're going to allow you to do this as well, so should be super clean. Maybe you might want to use Sleepless just for the fun. I don't know. Let me know how you do it, but hopefully that should be everything to make it happen. So what do I think about Abyss Seal Land? Ah, you haven't done Abyss Seal Land either? Okay. So we're still a little bit to go. That's fine. Do we have Delacium? Yes, we do. Okay. So, to make this happen, again, just Void 4 Delacium for ease. Let's go take a look at your artifacts. What have we got? Punisher of Immortal. Nice. Antlers Cane. Cool. Do we have Kiss of Ghost in any amount? Because healing is nice. Yes, we do. Ithaca has it. Cool. Kiss of Ghost Glittery. Stick that on Delacium. He should be able to heal himself. If you want to make it even better, you can give him energy feed from an Ignis. And if you want to improve the amount of debuffs opponents are going to take, run Nakia, run Krust, very helpful hero in Abyss Seal Land. And he can also feed energy as well if he's 10-star, which is sweet. But generally, yes, a 9-star Krust should be enough just with his stun. That should buy you a little bit of time. Energy feed into Delacium, get Delacium to Void 4, use the Glittery Kiss of Ghost so that he can heal, and hopefully he should be able to pop off and deal enough damage to those opponents. What's his stone? Attack, holy damage? Yeah, it's totally fine. So, he should be able to do this. If you've got Resonance Gear for mages, just stick that on him. Doesn't even have to be attuned to him. And you'll be fine.
The content, MK. Thanks for all the helpful info.
No problem, Flipchuck. My pleasure indeed. So with that setup, you should be fine with Delacium. He should be able to clear it. And yeah, I hope that you can push this Galabar. It should be easy. You have the tools, you just need to put them together. And the key being the Ithaca here. I think yoinking the imprints from Ithaca and sticking them onto ticks to do Tower, sticking them onto Delacium to do Abyss Seal Land, you'll be totally fine. To help you out, you might want to build a 6-star Nakia, maybe a 6-star Karim. 5 stars might be good enough. It depends. A 9-star Krust could also really help. But I think you should generally be quite okay. You've got Margaret here, which can offer another debuff. Poison is helpful. She can also stun if she gets lucky. But, yeah. Let me know if you need any additional help, but that should give you everything you need. And folks, let's just admire this account once again as a great place to end. Because just look at that. That is exactly what I want to see from a VIP 6 account after several years of playing. And that's the thing, guys. People can play for years and get to this point. It just takes time, effort, and a big grind. And that is why this is an idle game. It takes grinds, it takes time, but it looks good in the end. So nice one, dude. Thank you so much for showing us your account today. And thank you to everybody else that took part. I hope something out there for you guys was insightful. And really, just watch out with hero swap events. First time we saw that was this year at Anniversary. And you don't know if that's going to come up again. Don't let that catch you on new accounts and stop you from making progress in the Glory event. So good luck, guys. I'll catch you later. But until next time, happy idling.